The Tibetan Book of the Dead. A journey beyond imagine this. You've taken your final breath. Your heart has stopped, but your journey isn't over. According to ancient Tibetan wisdom, your soul is now entering a mysterious, dreamlike realm, a space between death and rebirth. Welcome to the world of the Tibetan Book of the Dead, also known as Bardo Thodol. Liberation through hearing in the intermediate state. Over 1,200 years ago, a legendary Indian tantric master named Padmasambhava, known as the Lotus-born, brought Buddhist teachings to Tibet. It said he hid sacred texts in mountains and caves, believing the world wasn't ready for them yet. Centuries later, in the 14th century, a mystic named Karma Lingpa claimed to have discovered one of those hidden treasures, the Bardo Thodol, a guide for the soul after death. Bardo means in-between state, a phase between death and rebirth. The Tibetan Book of the Dead divides this transition into 3 stages. The Chikai Bardo, the moment of death, when the clear light of reality appears. If the soul recognizes it, it can achieve enlightenment instantly. The Koniad Bardo, the vision stage, filled with dazzling deities, peaceful and wrathful, that reflect our inner nature. The Sitpa Bardo, the phase of rebirth, where karma decides your next life. For 49 days, the soul wanders through these states. At first, it sees peaceful Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, radiant with compassion. But as fear and attachment grow, terrifying, wrathful deities appear. Demons with fiery eyes and blood-soaked weapons. These aren't meant to punish. They're mirrors of our own mind. If you recognize them as illusions, you can be liberated. If not, you're pulled toward rebirth, driven by karma and desire. Here's the fascinating part. The text isn't read by the dying, it's read to them. Monks or loved ones chant the sacred words into the ear of the deceased, guiding the soul through every stage. You are now experiencing the radiance of the clear light. Let go of all fear. Recognize this light as your true self. The goal? To awaken the soul from confusion and lead it to freedom. Many modern psychologists like Carl Jung saw the book not just as spiritual, but symbolic, a map of the human psyche. The deities represent emotions, traumas, and dreams. The journey through Bardo is like facing your inner self stripped of illusions. In that sense, death isn't the end. It's a mirror and a chance for awakening. The West discovered the Tibetan Book of the Dead in the early 20th century. Translated by scholars like W. Evans Wentz and embraced by thinkers, psychonauts, and even musicians, it became a counterculture classic. In the 1960s, Timothy Leary and others saw it as a guide for psychedelic trips, calling LSD the modern Bardo. Though it's called the Book of the Dead, it's really a manual for life. It teaches us that everything is impermanent, that fear is an illusion, and that liberation is always possible if we recognize the truth of who we really are. Because in the end, the real question isn't what happens after death, it's whether we're awake right now.